Good evening, everyone. This is RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 season is on the air. Today's date is June 30th, 1999. This is our last game for the month of June. We are once again at the Skydome for a Battle of the Birds. The Baltimore Orioles taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. The Orioles coming to this game a record of 44-31. They are on third place, but only a half game back of the Red Sox for second. Both teams are chasing the Yankees for first in the American League East. The Toronto Blue Jays, well, they're 33-46, and they're dead last in the American League East. So tonight, the Blue Jays are trying to get a win, where the Orioles, a win here and a Red Sox loss, they'll take over second for the time being. This is our final game for the month of June, so hopefully we'll have a good one tonight. Ben Witz, Art Shackle, Vita Productions, as Sebastiano Volvo are first to join us here at the Skydome. The Blue Jays historically won this game. Pitching apparently took the night off, 10-9. The Blue Jays had 12 hits in an error. The Orioles had 16 hits in an error. So this was a high-scoring game, but we all know what will happen probably tonight. It'll probably be a 2-1 game tonight. But we'll see what Inside Pitch has to say. Tonight. So, whatever there, Ben Witz. I'm calling it the Skydome, whatever. But that's what it is. So hopefully we got a good game tonight, so everybody gets set and ready to go. It is time for some baseball. Starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight is David Wells. We've seen him before. 17 wins, 10 losses, a 4.82 ERA in 99. We are at the Skydome. Skydome was pretty much a neutral park that year, 189 home runs, only subtracts 1 to walks. But we'll see what happens tonight. So, if everybody is set and ready to go for an important American League East matchup, Orioles, a win today, will tie the Red Sox for second as we're about to end the first 3 months of the regular season. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Orioles is the center fielder, Rich Amaral, 277 average, no homers, 11 RBIs in 99. We're going to use blue, white, and blue dice. Blue Jays are the home team. Even though the Blue Jays right now are 13 games under 500, the fans here in Toronto still think the Blue Jays have a chance. We still have a whole second half of baseball to play. Wells, 4-1, it's a blank. Amaral, 1-2, and it's a grounder to short. And that'll be handled by Tony Batista. And he will take it over, toss it over for out number 1. Next batter, the shortstop, Mike Bordick, 277 average, 10 homers, 77 RBIs. Wells will pitch. Wells, 5-1, strikeout 8, and nope, that's going to miss. Bordick, 1-5, and against the lefty, it's a base hit. He'll hit that one pass short, and that will be a single for Bordick. And now we'll see the left fielder, B.J. Surhoff. I put him in the Hall of the Very Good. 308 average, 28 homers, 107 RBIs. He played in every game for the O's last year. Infield is set for double play. Bordick had 14 steals, and he gets the steal sign. Wells not very good at holding runners. 16 plus 1 is 17. Darren Fletcher plus 1 arm is an 18. A 1-18. Bordick will be safe. And he just got under the tag. That will be a steal for Mike Bordick. First stolen base for him. That takes away the double play and re-roll the strat, and Bordick will stay put. Cutter Historical joins us here at the Skydome. Wells will pitch. Wells, 5-5. That's a walk plus, and that will be ball 4. And the Orioles will have a man on first and second now. And now here is the right fielder, Albert Bell. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. You can make an argument. 297 average, 37 homers, 117 RBIs. So infield back at double play depth. Remove the term the Skydome. It's just Skydome. Oh, geez, whatever. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Wells will pitch. Wells, 6-2, strikeout, no. BAL, a 2-3, and that is a grounder to short. Let's see if they turn it. 3-3-4. Second base pivot. Homer Bush is a 0. A 1-4, they get out of the inning. They do. Side retired. 6-4-3 double play. No runs, 2 hits, and a stolen base. But that will do it there. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Skydome. They're happy now. And Ernest Cruz. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles tonight is Mike Mussina, Hall of Famer. Some people think Mike Mussina does not belong in the Hall of Fame. I am not one of them. 18 wins, 7 losses, 3.50 ERA. Mike Mussina to me is definitely a Hall of Famer. I have no problem with him in there. We go to the bottom of the first. Leading off with the Blue Jays, left fielder Shannon Stewart. Had a good year in 99, 304 average, 11 homers, 67 RBIs. The Moose is loose. Mussina will go ahead and deal. Moose, 6-2, strikeout, no. Stewart, a 6-1, it's a single. He'll hit that one into left field, and the Blue Jays start with a man on. Here's the Toronto designated hitter, Craig Graybeck, 363 average and 10 RBIs. Infield is at double play depth. Pitch strategy role for Stewart. He had 37 steals, and he gets it. And I'm going to send him. 15 minus 3 is 12. Johnson minus 1 is that's an 11. You know what? I'm going to call that off. Mussina will pitch. Mussina, 2-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Graybeck, 3-4, and it's a smack double into center field. Will it score Stewart? Base runner 4, double to center, +1 is a 5, and Stewart will score. And the Blue Jays are on the board first. Craig Graybeck will get an RBI double, and the Blue Jays will get on the board early. After further review with Steve Tower joins us here at Skydome. Next up is the right fielder, Sean Green, a 309 average, 42 homers, 123 RBIs. That's a pretty darn good season. Still nobody out in the bottom of the first. Strategy, nothing on the 6. Mussina, 1-1, strikeout, got him. That's going to be the first K for the Moose. He had 172 of them in 99. That'll bring up the first baseman, Carlos Delgado. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame, and you can definitely make an argument. 272 average, 44 homers, 134 RBIs. If anything, definitely Hall the very good. Strategy role, nothing on the 13. Mussina, 5-2, strikeout, and cold strike 3 on Delgado. We got him. And that's the second K for the Moose. And now the third baseman, Tony Fernandez, 328 average, 6 homers, 75 RBIs. This Blue Jays team could hit, but in 99, they just couldn't pitch. Strategy, nothing on the 17. Mussina, 1-4, strikeout, swing and a miss, steer, right out. And the inning is over. Mussina strikes out the side. But it's 1 run on 2 hits. And the Blue Jays start off with a 1-0 lead after 1. XSG2 joins us here at the Skydome. Top of the second, leading off for the Orioles will be their designated hitter, some bum named Harold Baines, who should not be in the Hall of Fame. 312 average, 25 homers, 103 RBIs, although this bum did have a pretty good year in 99. Wells will pitch. Wells, 3-3, range play. Baines, 5-6, it's a grounder to second base, and that ball is hit to Bush. Bush wasn't bad. His range is a 4. And he's got it. Nice play by Bush. Bush tells Harold Baines, no, you don't belong in the Hall of Fame, and I'm throwing you out at first. And he does. 1 out. Next up is the first baseman, Mr. Marlin, Jeff Conine. He's not a Hall of Famer, but I don't have no problem putting Conine in the Hall of the Very Good. 291 average, 13 homers, 75 RBIs. I don't think any of you guys have a problem if Conine goes in the Hall of the Very Good either. Wells, 1-5, it's a blank. Conine, 4-2, and that's a hard grounder to short, but that'll be handled by Batista. And over to first it goes, 2 down. And that will bring up the third baseman, the Iron Man himself, Hall of Famer, Cal Ripken, and one of the greatest of all time. 340 average, 18 homers, 57 RBIs. Ripken, of course, is on the lineup today. Wells, 5-2, that's a blank. Ripken, a 1-6, and that's another ground ball to short. And again, that'll be handled by Batista. And he'll take his time, toss it over, and end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the O's, and we go to the bottom of the first. Baltimore trying to take over second place in the American League East. The Blue Jays is trying to win a game. Leading off for the Blue Jays, the catcher, Darren Fletcher. 291 average, 18 homers, 80 RBIs, and 99. Mussina will deal. Mussina, 1-1, strikeout, no. Fletcher, 2-6, it's a fly ball hit to right. Albert Bell is going to go ahead and get to that. Makes the catch for out number 1. Baines is so bad they made him a DH. Couldn't play the field anymore. What a bum. Here's the shortstop, Tony Batista. 277 average, 31 homers, and 100 RBIs. Mussina, 5-1, strikeout, no. Batista, 3-4, and that's grounded to third. That'll be handled by Ripken, and Ripken throws it over for out number 2. Here's the center fielder, Jacob Brumfield. 241 average, 2 homers, 20 RBIs. Mussina will deal. Moose, 4-3, it's a blank. Brumfield, 3-1, double into center field. Hits that one way over the head of everybody. And that'll bounce off the wall, and the Blue Jays get a man on with 2 outs. And now the second baseman, Homer Bush. Don't tell me that's not a great baseball name. 320 average, 5 homers, though, 55 RBIs. You can't go wrong with a baseball player by the name of Homer. Brumfield on at second, and he will stay at second. Mussina, 2-5, error on a grounder. Bush, 6-3, and that's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to second base. That ball is picked up by Hairston. Bush has got a base running rating of 3. The throw to first is in time. They got him, and that'll retire the side. So no runs and a hit for the Blue Jays, and they still lead 1-0 after 2. Top of the third. Leading off for the Orioles is the second baseman, Jerry Hairston. I always felt he was a solid player, though. 269 average, 4 homers, 17 RBIs. Only played in 50 games for Beanmore that year. Wells, 3-4, range play. Hairston, 2-5, and that is a fly to right. Going after that is Sean Green. He wasn't too bad. His range is a 4. He won't get it, though, and that's going to be a single. So Hairston gets a base hit to right field instead. And now the catcher, Charles Johnson, ex-Marlin. 251 average, 16 homers, 54 RBIs. I felt Johnson was a solid catcher. Hairston had 4 steals, strategy, and Hairston will stay put. Wells, 1-4, wild pitch. No, it's a blank. Johnson, 2-6, fly to center, and that'll be an easy play for Brumfield. 1 down. Here's Amaral. Amaral is 0 for 1. Yep, the Royal Cat, Jerry Hairston, exactly. Hairston on it first, and he will stay put. Oh, that's an 8. Actually, no, he gets the steal sign. My bad. 6 plus 2 is 8. That is an 8. He gets the steal sign. 14 plus 1 is 15, and Fletcher plus 1 is 16. He had 9 steals. Why not? A 1 to 16, he is safe. And he's out. 2 down. Jerry Hairston cut down at second base on a great throw by Darren Fletcher. And now there are 2 away. The evil Darth 20. Darth 20 strikes again. Wells will pitch. Wells, 5-1, strikeout, swing and a miss, steer, right out, and the inning is done. That is the first strikeout for Wells. He had 169 of them that year. So no runs and a hit for the O's, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. Top of the order for the Bluebirds, here's Shannon Stewart. He got a single his first time up. 1-0 Blue Jays, top of the third, bottom of the third inning here. Mussina, 6-6, range play. Stewart, 2-5, fly ball, center field. Rich Armerall going after that. His range is a 3. He's got it. 1 out. Nice play by Armerall. He'll go ahead and make the play running to his left. 1 away. Next up is Graybeck. Graybeck got an RBI double his first time up. Pitch from Mussina. 3-4. Possible error. Graybeck. 4-1. Ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Ripken. His error rating is a 13. That's a 9. He's going to drop it. And Graybeck will be safe on an error. That's going to be an E5. First error on the Orioles. They did have an error in the game historically. So an error on Ripken. And now that puts a man on. Here's Green. Green is 0 for 1. Infield set for double play. Graybeck not a threat to do anything, and he won't. Mussina, 2-1. Home run chance. The 4 is good. And against the righty, Green needs a 20. And I do not have to go any further than that. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Sean Green. Stadium cheers. Yay! A 2-run bomb by Sean Green. He had 42 of them in 99, so definitely capable of hitting a bomb. And he definitely does it there. 3-0 Blue Jays. Bad pitch by Mike Mussina. He pitched him a grapefruit, and Green turned it into fruit salad. And now Delgado. Delgado's 0 for 1. 1 out here, but now a 3-0 Blue Jays lead. Mussina will pitch. 5-6 against the lefty. It's blank. Delgado, 2-6, and that's a single. He'll hit that one past second base. Another hit for the Blue Jays. It'll bring up Fernandez. Fernandez is 0 for 1. Infield once again at double play. Delgado staying put. Mussina, 6-6, range play. Fernandez, 1-1 against the righty. It's a base hit past second, but it's a range play for Jerry Hairston. His range is a 3, but at double play depth, it's a 2. And he's got it. Now we'll see if he turns it. 2, 2, 3. Shortstop, pivot Bordick, +1 is a 4. And they got the double play. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. What a great play there by Jerry Hairston. But the Blue Jays get some runs. 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. They have a 3-0 lead after 3. We go to the 4th. Mike Bordick leads off for B-Moore. And he's 1 for 1. Wells can pitch to 29, and Mussina can pitch to 27. Wells, 4-6. That's a possible error. Bordick, 1-1. Fly ball right field. Going after that is Sean Green. His error rating is a 1. That's a 15. He'll make the catch. And that is out number 1 for that. Surhoff is next. He got a single his first time up. Wells, 3-1. That's a blank. Surhoff, a 6-2, and that's grounded to second base. Handled by Bush. And the throw goes over 2 down. And now BAL. BAL is 0 for 1. Wells, he'll pitch. Wells, 4-6. Possible error. BAL, 6-3. That's a fly ball to right field. Once again, Sean Green after it. But again, his error rating is a 1. That's a 13. He'll make the catch. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for David Wells. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Darren Fletcher will come up first for the Bluebirds. He's 0 for 1. Mussina, a 4-5 against the lefty. It's a base hit right past the pitcher. Fletcher will get himself a single. He'll head to first. And now Batista. Batista's 0 for 1. Infield set for double play. Blue Jays a 3-0 lead here on the Orioles. Orioles trying to take over second place in the division. That's where you got to be if you want to make the playoffs. Strategy, nothing on the 8th. Mussina, 1-1, strikeout, got him. That's a big K for Mussina. That is his 4th. Brumfield is next. He got a double his first time up. Fletcher not a threat to do anything, and he won't. Mussina, 5-4. That's a pitcher result. Righty, 1-11's a base hit past the pitcher. That's a 4, and that is a single. Fletcher will stop at second base. He's mud, and he'll stay there. So Brumfield gets his second hit of the ball game. And now here's Bush. Bush is 0 for 1. Infield still a double play depth. Mussina in some trouble in this game so far, as the Blue Jays are looking for more runs. Strategy, nothing on the 7. Moose, 5-2, strikeout. He'll get Bush. And that is the 5th K for Mussina. Big strikeout for him, 2 away. And here's Stewart. Stewart is 1 for 2 with a single. Fans here at Skydome definitely want to see the Blue Jays get a win here if they have any hope. But I don't think this team's going to get there. Strategy roll, nothing on the 10. Mussina, a 4-6. That's a range play at the park. Skydome, 5-2. It's a base hit to left field, but it's a range play for B.J. Surhoff. He was excellent. His range is a 5. He's got it, and the inning is over. So a fly ball to left field. So Surhoff takes a single away. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And that ends the inning. No runs, 2 hits, though, for the Blue Jays, but they're unable to get anybody in and have a 3-0 lead after 4. Top of the 5th. Harold Baines, the Bum, will lead off. He's 0 for 1, who should not be in the Hall of Fame. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Skydome. Wells, 4-4. Error on a throw. Baines, 3-3. And that's going to be an infield single to short. And that's picked up there by Batista. His error rating is a 6. That's a 4. He's going to throw the ball, still trying to get Baines. And that is going to be a wild one. And that's going to be thrown into the dugout. And Baines will automatically wind up at second. So Baines gets a hit. And that will be an E6. First error on the Blue Jays. They also had 1 error in the game historically. And Baines is safe at second. Bad error there by Tony Batista. It will now bring up Conine. Conine is 0 for 1. Infield is still back. 3-0 Blue Jays, but now the Orioles trying to get some runs. Strategy roll. Bain stays put. Wells, 3-3. Range play. Conine, 5-1. That's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Stewart. His range is a 3. He's got it. 1 out. And Baines will automatically. Baines is mud, and he will stay at second base. Fly out to left field. Nice play by Stewart. Here comes the Iron Man. David Baker joins us here at Skydome. Ripken is 0 for 1. Wells will go ahead and deal. Strategy roll. And nothing on 12. Wells, 5-4. Strikeout. And yeah, got him. Ripken didn't strike out much, but he will there. And that's the second strikeout for Wells. 2 away. And now Hairston. Hairston got a single his first time up. Baines on it, second, 2 outs. Strategy, nothing. That's a 20. Wells turns around to try to get Baines. And he, almost got him. But Baines did get back. I want a replay. I want to see if Baines really got back. Wells, 2-1. Strikeout, no. Hairston, a 3-1, ground out to short, handled by Batista. He'll take care of that. He'll throw it over and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, but the Orioles can't do anything with it. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Craig Graybeck leads off for the Blue Jays. He is 1 for 2, a double, and reached on an error. 3-0 in favor of the Blue Jays. Mussina, a 4-5 against the righty, walk, and that's good. It's ball 4. Graybeck will draw the walk. Walk by Mussina. That's only the first walk issued by Moose. He only had 52 of them in 99. That's not bad. Here's Green. Green had a 2-run bomb his last time up. He is 1 for 2. Infield double play. Anything for Graybeck? No. Mussina, 1-4. Strikeout 6 and got Green. Mussina needed that strikeout. That's his 6th. And there's 1 down. Here's Delgado. Delgado 1 for 2 with a single. Graybeck on it first. And nothing happening there. Mussina, 6-2, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. He gets Delgado. And Mussina now throwing some heat. That's his 7th K. Here's Fernandez. Fernandez is 0 for 2. Fans here at Skydome just want to see the Blue Jays get a win. Strategy, nothing on 17. Mussina, 5-3, that's at the park. Skydome, 4-4, and it's a blank. We will have a rare play with men on at the park. Let's see what we get here on the rare play chart. 64, deep fly ball to center field, caught. Well, that ends, I don't have to go any further than that. That ends the inning on a fly out to center field. Nothing across except a walk. Some rare play that was. And after 5, it's 3-0 still in favor of the Jays. It says right here, deep fly to center field, caught. That's it. I guess that's it. And that, as Ernest Cruz says, and that's that. We go to the top of the 6th. Yeah, that isn't very rare. Top of the 6th inning. Wells got plenty left of the tank. And Charles Johnson leads off for the black and orange birds. And he's 0 for 1. Wells will deal. Wells, 4-2. Strikeout. He'll get him. Third strikeout for Wells. One down. And now the batter is Amaral. Amaral is 0 for 2. Wells will deal. Wells 2-5. Strikeout. 14 is high. Amaral 1-2. And it's grounded to short. Picked up by Batista. And he'll take his time and toss it over. 2 down. Here's Bordick. Bordick 1 for 2 with a single. Wells will pitch. 1-5. It's a blank. Bordick. 1-5 against the lefty. Base hit right past short. And Bordick keeps the inning going. Second hit of the game for Bordick. And here comes Surhoff. Surhoff 1 for 2. Strategy rolls are still on. Bordick at 14 steals, and he is not going anywhere. Wells will pitch. Wells 6-6. Hit by pitch. No. Surhoff 1-3. And it's a line drive right to third. Fernandez puts up his glove. Pow. Inning over. Line out to third. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. David Wells is pitching like Dave Steeb. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Darren Fletcher leads off for TOR on toe. And he's 1 for 2. Mussina will go ahead. And 4-5. And against the lefty, that's a base hit right past Mussina. And that's going into the outfield. Fletcher has a single. Second hit of the game for Fletcher. And now Batista. Batista's 0 for 2. Infield set for double play. Strategy. David Wells wasn't too bad either. No, he wasn't. That's an 8. Fletcher will stay put. Mussina, 4-5 against the righty. Walk. The 19 is high. Batista, 6-5, and that's a ground out to short. 2-2-3. Second base, Pivot Hairston +1 is a 4, and they will get the double play 2 away. 4-6-3 double play. And now Brumfield. Brumfield is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. That's the second double play the Blue Jays have hit into today. So 2 outs. Blue Jays lead 3-0, but the Orioles right now can't figure out Wells. Mussina 1-5 against the righty. Home run result, but the 18 is high. Broomfield 6-3, and he just chops it to third. That'll get picked up by Ripken. And he'll go ahead and take his time, toss it over, and end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Blue Jays. And 3-0 after 6. On to the 7th. Leading off for B. Moore is Albert Bell. As I said, some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. You can make an argument. He's 0 for 2 tonight, though. Wells, 6-1, strikeout, and cold strike 3 on Bell. Just got him. Bell can't believe it. He's a little mad at the umpire. The umpire says, I don't care if you're mad. You happen to be out. Go take a seat. 1 out. Here comes Baines. Baines is 1 for 2. Single and reached on and got an extra base on an error. Wells will pitch to the bum. Wells, 5-5, walk plus, and that will be, that's a 15. No, he doesn't walk him. Baines against the lefty is a 5. That becomes a 15. -1 is a 14. He doesn't walk. Baines, 3-1, but he will get a double into center field. Baines hits one, clears the gap, that'll roll to the wall, and Baines has his second hit of the game. That's a double to center. And now Conine. Conine is 0 for 2. Baines on at second. 3-0 Blue Jays. Strategy rolls are still on, and nothing happening on the 4. Wells will pitch. Wells 5-3, and strikeout 9. Nope, that'll miss. Conine, 1, 2. It's a line out to second base. That's a 17. I am going to roll for a double play chance. And Baines is on second. So a 3 or a 4. He is doubled off. He will get back 2 outs. Line out to second, but Baines does get back in time. 2 away. And now the Iron Man. Ripken is 0 for 2. 2 outs now. That's a house roll. That's a house rule. On line outs, all over, runners on base, I roll at the D20. If it's even, no throw. If it's odd, there's a chance. I felt there were too many line out double plays in the game. Wells will strategy roll first. Baines stays put. Wells, 6-1, strikeout 5, swing and a miss, strikeout. And the inning is over. Ripken goes down again on strikes. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. And right now, they are getting stymied here at Skydome. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we still have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. This is the final game for the month of June. I will post the standings after tonight in the Universal Baseball Lounge for you to take a look and see how your team is doing after the month of June. This is what we're doing tomorrow. Normally, I have a travel day. I would not play tomorrow, but I am. But it's a little special. Tomorrow night, we're going to do an inside pitch advanced demo game. This is going to be a learning demo game for inside pitch advanced. I'm going to be going very slow. This could take a while. We may not even get through a whole game. Tomorrow, now, for those of you who want to know what's going on as well for Inside Pitch Advanced, Chris Davis, who says he should be in the chat tomorrow night for answer questions, hopefully if he can get there. But in the forums of the Inside Pitch forums, he has put there where you can download the charts, the sample cards, and some of the abbreviations. I suggest to anyone who's going to watch this demo game tomorrow, you need to download those and print them. It's not the rule book, just the amended charts. And we're going to go through tomorrow. Okay, go through tomorrow. Inside Pitch Advanced. We're going to play I want to do 3 demos. I want to do 3 demo games. The first one's going to be 1978, which will be tomorrow night. Kansas City Royals at the New York Yankees. That'll be in Yankee Stadium. The second game is going to be a National League matchup, and that's going to be the 1984 San Diego Padres against the Chicago Cubs. That will be at Wrigley Field. The third game is going to be a modern game, 2024. The 2024 New York Mets against the Los Angeles Dodgers. That'll be at Dodger Stadium. Those are the 3 demos I want to do. The first demo will be tomorrow night, 78 Royals at the Yankees. We're going to have Dennis Leonard pitching for the Royals. And, of course, who else pitches for the Yankees but Ron Guidry in 1978? That's the starting lineups I will do for tomorrow. While I'm doing that, we'll explain everything as things go on. I'm going to have an introduction to the game, the differences between the two, and you're all welcome to join it. I know not all of you are happy about this. I think you should be after you see how this game plays. It's very possible that this season of 1999 could be my last inside pitch season. I may be doing inside pitch advanced starting January, but we'll see what happens there. So join us that tomorrow for the demo game. I will take Saturday off because I do need a break, and I will return Sunday to start the month of July. So Sunday, we're going to go to Network Associates Coliseum as the Anaheim Angels will take on the Oakland Athletics. That'll be the July 3rd game. Chuck Finley will be going for Anaheim, and Gil Heredia will be going for Oakland. That will be Sunday night as we'll start the month of July, getting closer and closer to the All-Star break. Angels and the Athletics, Finley and Heredia, that will be Sunday night here on the network. The selection show is going to remain the same. He told me that he could create pretty much any season in no time. Well, not no time, but he can do it. So the selection show remains the same, and I'm actually going to go back to the original selection show format that I had it at. We go to the bottom of the 7th here. Blue Jays lead 3-0. Mike Mussina, he can pitch to one more batter before he tires, and I think they're going to let him pitch. Homer Bush leads off for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 2. 3-0 Blue Jays, bottom of the 7th. Mussina, 4-6, range play at the park. Skydome, 3-4. That's a base hit to center field, but it's a range play for Amaral. His range is a 3. He won't get it. That will be a single. So Bush gets his first hit of the game. And now here's Stewart. Mussina is now tired. They're going to let him pitch a little longer. Stewart 1 for 3. Infield double play. Strategy. Nothing on the 7. Bush stays put. Mussina will deal. Mussina 4-6. Range play at the park. Skydome 1-5. That's a double to left field this time, but it's a range play for Surhoff. He's got to make this. His range is a 5, and he will get it. Out number 1. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Another great play by B.J. Surhoff takes a double away from Stewart. And now Graybeck. Graybeck is 1 for 2, doubled and reached on an error. Strategy rolls are still on, nothing on the 11. Mussina, 2-4, it's a blank. Graybeck, 2-4, and that's a ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn it. 2-2-2. Shortstop pivot Bordick, +1 is a 3. They won't get it. Bush is thrown out at second. Graybeck takes first, 2 down. So fielder's choice for Graybeck. And now here's Green. Green is 1 for 3 with a bomb. 2 men down here. Fans here at Skydome would like to see the Blue Jays get a big time hit. Strategy roll, nothing on the 10. Mussina, he will pitch. Mussina, 2-4, it's a blank. Green, 5-1, and that's a ground ball to short, easily picked up by Bordick. He's going to throw to second to get Graybeck, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Blue Jays. They're still leading 3-0 after 7. The Orioles scored 9 runs in this game historically, and right now David Wells is pitching a gem. Top of the 8th. Jerry Hairston leads off for the O's. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Wells still has 4 batters he can face. Wells, 6-5 against the righty. Strikeout plus, and got him. Wells gets his 6th K. He's throwing some heat tonight, too. Here's Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 2. Wells will pitch. A 2-1 strikeout. Cold strike 3 on Johnson, and he goes down. Johnson didn't like the call. Looking at the replay, looks like it painted the black. 2 away. 7th K for Wells. And now here's Amaral. Amaral is 0 for 3. Wells settles in. 3-5. Against the righty, it's an automatic out. And it will be a ground ball to short. Taken care of there by Batista. And he's got it. And throws it over. And that's another 1-2-3 inning. What a job by David Wells tonight. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Carlos Delgado leads off for the Blue Jays. That's going to be it from Mussina. He's coming out. And the Orioles are going to go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the O's is going to be, their bullpen is 3-0 lead. Yeah, they probably would bring the best pitcher in they have to keep it where it is. Coming on to pitch for the Orioles is going to be Mike Timlin. 3 wins, 9 losses, 27 saves, a 3.57 ERA. Timlin's job, keep it where it is. Mussina leaves with the L. And Delgado will lead off. Bottom of the 8th, 3-0 Blue Jays. Timlin, 1-6, strikeout plus, he'll get Delgado. Timlin had 50 Ks in 99, 1 away. And here's Fernandez. Fernandez is 0 for 3. Timlin. 3-2 against the switch left. That's a blank. Fernandez, 4-2. And it's a line out right to first base. Conine puts up the glove. Pop. And in it goes. 2 down. 2 quick outs by Timlin. Here's Fletcher. Fletcher is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 19 runs were scored historically in this game. We only have 3. Timlin, 4-1. Range play at the park. Skydome, 3-2. It's a single plus to right. That ball is hit the Bell. Bell stunk out there. His range is a 1. He's not going to get it. Fletcher's going to try for second with a base running rating of 1, though. And Bell is 0. So only a 1. Fletcher will get to second base. And he won't. He'll put the brakes on and head back to first. And probably the right idea. Fletcher gets his 3rd hit of the game. Was 3 for 4 tonight. And now Batista. Batista's 0 for 3. Timlin can pitch to 4. Batista will be the 4th batter. 3-0 Blue Jays. Insurance run on first. Strategy rolls are off. Timlin, 6-6. Strikeout plus swing and a miss. Strikeout. And that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Blue Jays. They have a 3-0 lead on the Orioles. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Since Cutter Historical is in the chat, and he's the resident Blue Jay fan, David Wells will be tired after the next batter. Let me see. How many complete games did he have? How many complete games did he have in 99? Let's see. In 99, he had 7. Okay. He had 7 complete games. I'm going to let him pitch. He actually led the league in complete games in 99 with 7 of them. So he's going to stay out there. So David Wells is going to stay out there and try to go the distance. Mike Bordick leads off for the Orioles, and he is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 3-0 Blue Jays. Blue Jays trying to get a big win. Orioles trying to get into second place. Wells, 5-6. It's a blank. Bordick, 1-3, and it's a grounder right back to Wells. Wells will get that. He'll throw it over for out number 1. Now Wells is tired, but he says he can go. Here's Surhoff. Surhoff is 1 for 3. Wells trying to go the distance for the Bluebirds. Wells will pitch. 1-1 against the lefty. Strikeout. 18 is high. Surhoff, 5-6. It's a single. He'll hit that one past second base. Surhoff gets his second hit of the ball game. Here comes BAL. BAL is 0 for 3. Infield is set for double play. Wells says I can continue. The tying run is now on deck. Surhoff on it first. Strategy rolls are off. Wells looking at BAL. Here comes the pitch. Wells, 4-6. Possible error. BAL, 3-5. And that is a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Stewart. His error rating is a 4. That's an 11. He'll make the catch. Out number 2. And now the last chance for the Baltimore Orioles is Harold Baines. The Baltimore relying on Harold Baines to keep the game going. Oh, that's funny. Hall of Famer. That's really funny. Surhoff on it first. 2 outs. 3-0 Blue Jays. Wells is going to pitch. Strategy. I don't know why I'm rolling. The strat wasn't needed. Wells looking at Baines. Fans here at Skydome hoping for a big-time pitch. Wells trying to go the distance. 6-1. Strikeout 6. Swing and a miss. That's all Baines can do. Strikeout. That's your game. Blue Jays blitz the Orioles. They give them nothing. 3-0 win for the Blue Jays. Stadium cheers. Yippee! David Wells gets his 8th strikeout, no runs and a hit. And the Orioles can't do anything against David Wells and the Jays. The Orioles will now drop to 44-32. Toronto goes to 34-46. Final line score coming up. For the Blue Jays, 3 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. For the Orioles, no runs, 7 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is David Wells. He goes the distance and gets the win. Tough loss from Mike Mussina. He will take the loss. So a big-time win here for the Blue Jays. They needed a win to at least have some hope. But Baltimore now hoping that the Red Sox lose in 10-minute ticker, which happens to be next. Don't go away. Yeah, I did say it'd be a low-scoring game. Sometimes I get a high-scoring game, but sometimes that's how the dice roll. Sometimes the dice just roll that way. What are you going to do? I had no problem with it. It was fun to play. Fast game, too. Only took about 50 minutes to play it. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball, powered by FastScore Baseball. So the Blue Jays will get a 3-0 win on the Orioles. Let's see how the Majors goes ahead. Let's see how the Majors goes ahead to finish the month of June. Barbara, you are late. I am so sorry, sweetie. Nope, I will not play another game. At least not today, unfortunately. But still glad you made it for the 10-minute ticker. Rangers and Anaheim. Rangers 11-16. That is 3. Angels 11-44. That is 6. A win for the Halos. Tampa Bay at Boston. Devil Rays 9-26. That's 4. Red Sox 12-25. That is 4. And they're going to extras. Tampa Bay rolls a 1, plus 1 is 2. Boston rolls a 2, plus 0 is 2. That's a tie, which means Boston wins by virtue of home field. Minnesota at Cleveland. Twins 9-25, that's 3. Indians 13-22, that's 4, a win for the Tribe. White Sox and the Royals. White Sox 8-35, 4 runs. Royals 15-22, and that's 4 runs, and they're going to extras. White Sox roll a 6, plus 2 is 8. Kansas City rolls a 1. I don't have to go any further than that. That'll be a win for the White Sox. Detroit at the Yankees. Tigers 5-44, and that's 4. Yankees 12-26, and that's also 4, and they're going to extras as well. Tigers roll a 4, plus 1 is 5. Yankees roll a 5, minus 1 is 4. That's going to be a win for the Cats. Mariners at Oakland. Seattle 5-22, and that's 2. Athletics 20-66, it's 14. They'll win that. Milwaukee at the Cubs. Brewers 9-23, and that's 3. Cubs 15-56, that's 9, a win for the Cubs. Diamondbacks and the Reds. Diamondbacks 8-12, that's 1. Reds 2-16, that's 1, and they're going to extras. Both teams roll a 2. Arizona minus 3, Cincinnati minus 2. Believe it or not, that game belongs to the Reds. Mets and the Marlins. My Mets have a 1-game lead on Atlanta right now. Can my Mets get a win? Mets 8-52, and that is 6. Marlins 4-55, that's 5, and my Mets have a happy recap. Cardinals and the Astros. Cardinals 3-36, that's 3. Astros 14-51 at 7, another win for the Stros. Braves and the Expos. Come on, Expos. Braves 12-33, and that's 5. Expos 9-15, and that's 2. And the Braves will stay 1 back. Philadelphia and the Pirates. Phillies 9-36, 5 runs. Pirates 11-45, 6 runs. Raise the Jolly Roger. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers 5-15, that is 1. Friars 132, that is 2. Friars will win. Rockies and the Giants. Rockies 10-46, 6 runs. Giants 17-33, and that's 6 runs, and they're going to extras as well. Roll the same die. Both teams roll a 3. Rockies are a plus 2. San Francisco is a plus 0. That's going to be a win for the Rockies. On to July 1st, Tampa Bay at Boston. Devil Rays 9-23, and that is 3. Red Sox 9-55, that's 7, and a win for the Red Sox. And the Devil Rays, I believe, are now under 500. Minnesota at Cleveland. Twins 3-54, 5 runs. Indians 13-55, that's 8 runs, another win for the Tribe. White Sox at the Royals. White Sox 12-31, that's 4. Royals 10-13, that's 2. Pale Hose win. Detroit at the Yankees. Tigers 6-53, that's 6. Yankees 11-34, and that's 5. The Yankees have been slumping a little bit lately. Seattle at Oakland. Mariners 14-61, that is 9. Athletics 15-21, and that is 4. And that's a win for the M's. Baltimore at Toronto. Orioles 14-15, and that's 3. Blue Jays 11-54, that's 7. Another win for the Jays. Milwaukee at the Cubs. Brewers 1356, and that is 8. Cubs 735, and that's 4, and that's a win for the Brew Crew. Diamondbacks and the Reds. Diamondbacks 1154, and that's 7. Reds 631, and that is 3, a win for the D-backs. Mets and the Marlins. Can my Mets get a win? Mets 1046, and that's 6. Marlins 663, and that's 7. And the Marlins will get the win over my Mets. Cardinals and the Astros. Cardinals 931, and that's 4. Astros 862, that's 7, and that's a win for the Stros. Braves and the Expos. Come on, Expos. Braves 1424, and that's 4. Expos 525, and that's 3. And the Braves once again are tied with the Mets for first in the division. Phillies and the Pirates. Phillies 726, that is 3. Pirates 831, that is 4. Raise the Jolly Roger. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers 962, that's 8. Padres 724, that is 3. It's a win for the Dodgers. Rockies and the Giants. Rockies 1221, and that's 3. Giants 1864, that's 11. That's a win for the G-Men. On to July 2nd, Boston at the White Sox. Red Sox 1035 and 5 runs. White Sox minus 252, that is 3 runs. A win for the Bo Sox. Kansas City at Cleveland. Royals 1552 and 8 runs. Indians 1361, and that is also 8 runs, and they're going to extras. Kansas City rolls a 6, minus 5 makes them a 1. Indians roll a 4 plus 0. That will be a win for Cleveland in extra innings. Detroit at Minnesota. Tigers 1135, that is 5. Twins 723, that's 3. That's another win for the Tigers. They had a good night tonight. Baltimore at the Yankees. Orioles 542, and that's 4. Yankees 1314, that's 3. The Yankees are in a slump. Anaheim at Oakland. We have these two Sunday night. Angels 511, that's 0. Oakland 1363, that'll be 9, a win for the Athletics. Seattle at Texas. Mariners 915, that is 2. Rangers 1052, that is 6, a win for the Rangers. Tampa Bay at Toronto. Devil Rays 1124, that's 4. Blue Jays 1166, that's 11. And the Blue Jays on Canada Day sweep the 10-minute ticker and the game. Astros and the Reds. Astros 554, that's 5. Reds 636, and that's 4. That'll be another win for the Astros. Padres and the Rockies. Padres 916, and that's 2. Rockies 955, that's 7, a win for the Rocks. Giants and the Dodgers. I know Canada is July 1st, but I'm pretty sure Cutter Historical is very happy to see the Jays get a sweep tonight. Giants 1853, and that is 9. Dodgers 1021, that is 3, and that is a win for the Giants. Braves and the Mets. Braves and the Mets. Once again, these two teams are tied at the moment for first in the National League East. Big series here. Braves and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Mets. Braves 1051. That's 6. Mets 723, and that is 3. And the Braves will retake first place by a game. Cubs and the Phillies. Cubs 1033, that is 4. Phillies 1461, that is 9, a win for the Phils. Brewers and the Pirates. Brewers 853, and that is 6. Pirates 1023, that is 3, and a win for the Brew Crew. Diamondbacks and the Cardinals. Diamondbacks 1053, that is 7. Cardinals 825, that is 3, and that's another win for the Snakes. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always Sunday night. Tomorrow night will be Inside Pitch Advanced Demo Game. 1978 Kansas City Royals at the New York Yankees. That game will be at 8 o'clock, so please join us. It could be a long stream, so if you really are interested in this game, be prepared to see it tomorrow night. We will have also a travel day on Saturday. There will be no baseball Saturday night. I will return Sunday with the start of July for Inside Pitch, as the Anaheim Angels will take on the Oakland Athletics. Chuck Finley will be going for the Angels, and Gil Heredia will be going for the Athletics. That'll be Sunday night. So join us for that for Inside Pitch. Anaheim and Oakland, be there or be square. And I will post the stats on the Facebook, in the Facebook group. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for the demo game. It is a nice win for the Blue Jays as they cage the Baltimore Orioles, completely shut them out. 3-0 win for the Blue Jays. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the demo game. 8 o'clock. At least I'll try. If everything goes right, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. See you then.